Alright. Got the share.
All day, every day.
Did you guys share?
It's oh, let me see.
Oh,
Let
there
me
it
see
is.
if I can tap. Yeah. Well, I can.
No, you did.
Oh, okay.
Well, it popped up. At least.
Yeah, I think your name should have been tagged in it. Who wrote the song?
I did.
Oh, you write all your music?
Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna get started in a few minutes. Hey Sean, hey Latash.
Yeah, that's what I'm over here doing. I just shared it to my page, so you should have got it.
Yeah. It's so hard to do it on this one because this one had an update.
Oh.
So everything will look the same.
Right. Y'all come on in.
Y'all, this is Jonelle's music. It's called Conghetto.
Conghetto.
Conghetto. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're here, please share this live. We're going to get started in a minute. Oh, I thought it was Conghetto.
It's Conghetto.
Conghetto, okay.
Yep.
I was like, Conghetto.
Once I tell people it means conscious and ghetto, they're like, oh!
Right. My friend, she has a line. It's called conscious. Equal, I think it's conscious equals subconscious or conscious and subconscious. But it's pretty dope. She's just coming out with it.
I'm about to share this in a whole bunch of places, so.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I always be nervous when I be hitting them notes at the performance. I be like, I hope I don't go off.
I can tell you be like, he was looking at me like, the
Wait, but you rap, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sing them?
You know, I like to think I'm a young Marvin Gaye. You know. But that's off the table. That's off the table. That's off the table.
Look. I'm
feeling this song though. This is really dope. I like this.
Thank you.
It's like a nice vibe.
It's it's like real chill, you know?
Yeah. Hey y'all, we're gonna start in a few minutes. Hey Latarius, hey Willie. Who else is in here?
Good, man.
Hey Edwin.
Hey y'all.
Give us a few minutes. We're gonna start. We just sharing it. So if you here, share this video.
Share.
Share this live, y'all.
Share.
Y'all wanna miss this one. It's gonna be a good one.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Oh, it's on.
You got the shuffle?
Yeah. Let me take that over. They're gonna be like, are all the songs just hers? Are there other artists too? I am the only the only female on the label.
Oh, really?
Yes, and sometimes, I need my female counterpart. So if anybody want to be a roadie, just to like tag along with me and help me out for female energy, that would be great. I'm looking for that. I'm just sharing it. I'm not even saying anything.
Straight up.
Yeah, because it's still gonna tag us.
Okay. Yeah, hey, Facebook got face recognition now.
Man.
Hey, I seen a little snippet of my face. It was like a half of my face, and it was just
Skit
like,
Persa?
tag. I was like, whoa!
I ain't feeling that one.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Cause they be listening to stuff you be saying, you be looking on something on the internet, or you be talking about something and then it pop up on Facebook. Like, how that happen?
Yeah, you have to be careful. I'm gonna share like 2 more places. Okay.
We almost ready.
We almost ready. Oh, look, we got hearts and likes. We got love.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Wakanda forever.
Listen, I drove through Wakanda yesterday. I was going to paintball explosion. I took the kids and I was like, "Girl, we in Wakanda."
What they say?
They was laughing. They was like, "Oh yeah."
Let's see. I'm gonna share this in 2 more places.
Hey Anton, thank you for tuning in. Please share this live.
Let me see here.
We about to start, y'all.
All right.
Okay. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Okay.
You turn it down a little bit.
It got real quiet.
We didn't know how good the mic was. You know, it's
Yeah. Down just a little.
Right there.
One more.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Hey y'all, thank you for tuning into Tea Time with Kema J. I am here with Miss Jonelle Jones. She goes by Glori and Skit P.
Hey.
We are in the building, y'all.
We here.
If y'all hear the music in the background, this is from their musical production company called Another Vision Production.
Yes.
All right, so y'all tune in. Y'all don't want to miss this live. This is going to be a good live. So if you're here, share this video. And thank you all for tuning in, all right?
Share it.
Hold on, we got to flip this around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
we can't be advertising.
Right. They might come for us later on. You know,
we're trying to get them some money.
Right.
They can give me some money.
Exactly.
Until then, this is AVP water.
Right. Another Vision Production. Okay. Support the town.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how are you all doing?
We are doing great.
We great now.
Well, thank y'all for coming to Tea Time. Like, I really appreciate you all. I'm honored to have you all. You know, I've seen you around. I've seen you performing at the golf course. Okay. Was it like Soulful Tuesdays or?
Yes.
What day was it?
Then it was what? It was still Urban Soul. And
yeah,
it was
Urban
on
Soul.
Tuesdays.
Okay, girl, I was mixing that up with the Soulful Celebration.
It's
okay,
also
so Soulful Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Or Wednesdays.
It was Urban Soul.
Oh, dang.
See? It's all right.
It's one of them days.
It's okay.
I had some tea.
She had some tea.
Yeah.
No Long Island though, right?
Oh, girl, nah.
It's okay.
No. So I seen you singing around, and I seen you do a lot of like Mary J. Blige.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know she's really good. I seen her. I like her vibe. You know she be getting you into it. She be moving and stuff. So
that's the hip hop in me.
Right. But you know I have never seen you perform.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's definitely a different set. You know, the Urban Soul is more so for the R&B, but I mean, we pretty much hit a lot of different stages, you know, just in regards to between Lake County and Cook County and even Kenosha County, Racine.
So y'all be
we kind of, you know, just everywhere.
Yeah,
you know?
We even did some shows in Colorado.
Really?
Yeah, we drove all the way out to Colorado. We had a show, and we performed in Atlanta as well.
Yeah.
Y'all performed in the hot spot.
Yeah, we got some love out there, and we did good enough where the promoter that was there for the next event asked us to stick around and do a set again. Yes,
that's what's up though. So did you all take care of the artists?
No, at that time it was just me and him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just me and him, and we were kind of still trying to build the foundation. This is probably the most solid it's been so far.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's really in the progression, you know, period where, I mean, more so since 2017, everybody has been really just working towards this vision that we've all had, you know, and that's probably why I know I haven't really been out there in the forefront. It's been mainly pushing, you know, the artists, you know, Jonelle, Glori, D-Lad, De Niro, we got J Fix, and then we got the Gristle, aka Royal, you know, the barbershop king, you know. Okay. So yeah.
So we're gonna get into that.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so I just want to say hey to Jermaine. He's in here. He said, "Hey, niece, that's your uncle."
Hey, yeah, he like an uncle to me. He watched me grow up.
Okay. And then Teresa is in here. So hey, Teresa.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Please share the video, you guys.
All right. So I know you were talking about the vision and everything. So since you're talking about the vision, why don't you all share, you know, Another Vision Production, what it is to those who are not familiar with your company.
Okay.
Another Vision Productions is really just a big gumbo of dreams, pretty much. You know what I mean? It's not just one thing. It's like it's just really like the centerpiece. It's the heart that just, you know, feeds all the different, you know, veins and whatnot. You know, it's the not only the music production side, you know, where we have, you know, our artists and everything, but we also do the videos. Okay. And now, you know, we're doing events as well. You know, it's really just a big, you know, it's been really just a snowball. You know,
that's just movies.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know, definitely got some things in the works. We're probably gonna start off more so with like the skits. You know, really deeply rooted. Coincidentally enough, right. You know. But yeah, it's really just, you know, creating. You know, and that's even with the artists. You know, where we range. We don't just go towards one sound, you know. It's just it's a plethora of things, you know.
Okay.
If you ever had a vision, you're a part of Another Vision Production because we bringing it to life.
Well, I got some visions.
You're a part of
Bible said, write the vision and make it plain, and I have done just that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing too is our biggest thing is allowing the artists to freely express themselves without feeling like they got to be in a box, because a lot of times people feel like if you're not doing what's already popular, then you must not know what you're doing, or you're not on. Right. And our thing is that's not true. There's a brand and a market for everything, and we don't put ourselves in a box. We got stuff from me being a little more conscious or on the conscious side to, you know, somebody has a different story. They're from the streets. They have had different experiences, and we believe that we should give everybody a voice in the group. So that's another thing that I feel like we really stand for, is just allowing individualism and creativity and self-expression.
That's really good though, you know, because I hear a lot of artists, they say once they get onto a record label, like they feel like they have to conform. So they pretty much like write music that does not, you know, align with their lifestyle. Right. You know, and so you all give your artists freedom to pretty much like, this is my life. You know, I don't have to fit in with everybody else. Like, this is who I am. Right. You know, so that's really dope. So, you know, I don't know if y'all looking for artists, but
we will eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
We always have our eyes open right now, you know, just for a lot of things, and just if we feel that, you know, it's like you're that puzzle piece that could just, you know, make the grand scheme of things complete, that's what we're doing. You know, we got our eyes and ears open for everything all the time. So, you know, we're just right now just looking just to really just make good work, you know, to put out there and showcase to the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it to come up with Another Vision Production, and how did you all come up with the name? Because, you know, I like the name though, for real.
Okay, it goes back to like, I'd say somewhere around like 07, 06, where things had just started, just more so for myself. We had the group New Grounds, and it was just more so, with J Fix and everything. And it was more so, I just had like this idea where it's like I wanted to branch more into the business, because at the end of the day, like this is what I'm looking to do. This is what I'm developing, you know, and creating into like this big business. Like I said before, like Another Vision Production is gonna be Walt Disney at some point, you know, just in regards to what we're doing. But it started back then, 07, 08, and it was just, I had another vision. Like, to me, that's just what it was, because I've always been told, oh, wow, you're so different, you know, you guys don't sound like anybody else, you know, and it just, everything just kind of just brought that together, you know, and that's why I said, you know, another vision. I obviously have another vision, and that's, you know, that's just what it is, you know.
That's awesome. Like it, you know? So how long has Another Vision Productions been a business? or company or label? It's a record label, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a label.
Okay. Is it a record label or just like a label where you all will tie into other things?
It's a label where we're working towards tying into other things.
Okay.
This is his creation along with J Fix. I obviously came into the mix later.
Okay.
And you know, just from my perspective, I feel like at this point is when when everything is kind of coming full circle and starting to actually develop into a business.
Okay.
So
just an overall production company.
Okay. So being a production company, you know, having the label and having to manage different artists, and then yourself, both of you all have music that you do. How often are you all in the studio?
I mean, I'm in there every day, just about, you know. Like I tell people, when I clock out of the 9 to 5, I'm clocking back into the other one. I mean, as soon as I'm on the road heading back, you know, to the studio, back to the house, you know, to start the personal life. I mean, our personal life is our business, and you know, it does get kind of tough sometimes to like balance it all and everything. But you know, we definitely make it work. But it's definitely time consuming every day. Just about
it's taking off the hat of producer and engineer for him, and then hey, I'm an artist, so producer, engineer, and artist, and then hey, you my man and I'm your woman. Flipping those hats is where we really learn to, you know, change directions, because it's like, because we love each other so much, we may have a difference in opinion on a certain, you know, song or something, and it's just like he doesn't want to upset me and I don't want to upset him, so we found ourselves like, well, you know, hey, you know what, and it's like, no, we can't do that in order to develop the best product. So we finally figured that out too. So we definitely have intertwined the business into our life all together. Like there is no real difference or defining line. Right.
So then, you know, I know that you all spend a lot of time at the studio developing your own individual brand and collaboratively, and then, you know, with everybody else that's on your label. So tell us about the people that are on your label, and how did you get them? How did you pick them to be a part of Another Vision production?
You know, I'd have to say, honestly, to me, in my eyes, everybody is like family. You know, it's really been, you know, Jay has been there along the way the whole time, even Lad as well. You know, because Newgrounds consisted of like 5 or 6 of us at one point. You know, we've always kind of been there and in the same realm, like developing and creating stuff. It's just we finally all come to a point, you know, where we just all getting on like the same plane and just bringing everything together like as one, and you know, learning to deal with the different people, because there's so many different like dynamics of personality that you have to know, like how this person creates and whatnot, and just finding that formula. You know, it's like mathematics in a sense. You know, you hear that a lot sometimes with music and whatnot, but it's, you know, it's the same thing. Everything has a formula, you know, the way that it works, you know, at the root of it. And yeah, it's just knowing everybody as people, you know. So
for your artists, I know, you know, you mentioned J Fix a lot, and from what I gather, you and him have been friends before this. So you guys are like family, right? Yeah. But so, for example, what if you all have a new artist coming to the table? You know, are you all going to kind of foster a relationship outside of the music to make sure that you have the same dynamic that you have with your other artists?
Yeah, to some degree it has to be. I feel like that's the formula, because getting to know an individual, how they create, how their mind works, is pretty, you know, like intimate in a sense, because now you're kind of like, you know, how this individual like works in a sense, you know, the mechanics, you know, of what they do.
And the chemistry has to be there, because if the chemistry isn't there, then it wouldn't work. So there would definitely have to be some type of, you know, foundation laid outside of the music side, because I feel like those go together, you know. You know, it's a well-oiled machine when you're running any type of business. Even when any corporation, they always say things like they want to hire somebody that fits the culture. So, you know what I mean? And so, you know, if you go out and you see an artist and they may be extremely talented, but they're negative all the time, or they don't have the best attitude, no, we don't want that person to be a part of our well-oiled machine. We'd rather work with somebody who has the talent but just needs a little development, but has a great attitude and is there to work and do what they need to do. So it would definitely have to be some type of.
So have you all ever dealt with like unpleasantness or like difficulty managing your artists and any of those type of situations?
I would say no, not as of yet, because as you gathered, like him and Jay, they were like childhood friends, and most of the people in the group have been friends with him since they were kids. I'm the newest addition.
Oh, you are?
I'm the newest addition. I came to the situation new, right? And it's funny because Jay has been trying to get me to work with him since 2006, and I was just like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, you know. And he always looks at me crazy about that, but I mean it's the truth. And then I think what was it in like 2013 or 12 or something like that, Jay had came up to my job and was like, hey, just saying, you need to work with my mans. And I finally did, and it was a really great decision. And you know, it's cool. It's like he said, a family. So hey, you know, we haven't really had no real problems.
Okay. Well, I just want to shout out those who are here. Hey, Idris Joseph, he is in the building.
What's up?
Phil, he's in the building. He said, what up, y'all?
Hey.
We got Ann Ray, we got Barbara Young, Tiff Cobwell. So thank you
shout
all
out
for
to
tuning in.
Tiff.
Hey,
They was here yesterday.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
They're going to be hosting our event.
You know what? We talked about that.
Okay.
we didn't know. They tried to hit y'all up yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
but they weren't able to get in contact with y'all.
My phone was off all
Sorry,
day. My
guys.
bad, man.
Yeah.
My bad. My phone was.
But, you know, they were here yesterday. So if y'all missed that show, watch that show. And if y'all missed it, watch the show.
Yeah, we got to check it out. We got to check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you know, we're going to be collaborating soon.
Yes.
So we get into that a little bit later.
Okay.
But, so if you are here, share this live. Thank you all for tuning in. I am here with Glori and Skit P, and we are talking about their music, another vision production, and we're going to get into some more stuff, so y'all keep watching. So, I just want to know, like, how long have you all been doing music individually?
Okay. You want to go first?
You go first.
I don't know. Ladies first. He's such a gentleman.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I've been writing songs since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
I taught myself how to write songs. What happened here? We had some background. We're going to start over. Okay. I've been writing songs since I was 10 years old, so that's, you know, not to give an age away, but
right.
like over 20 years now. I started recording when I was about 16. I recorded my first song with JG.
Okay.
He's from Waukegan.
Right.
We went to school together. And then I recorded my first individual song with the producer Soundtrack.
Shout out to Soundtrack.
Soundtrack works with Lupe Fiasco. He produced Superstar.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he ended up doing real big things. So
you keep in touch with him?
Man, that's his friend now.
I still love you, Soundtrack. Connections, you know, network.
But they're buddies now, and I feel like that's a great thing because that's an awesome avenue for him. They both producers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna benefit regardless of who the connection is with.
Right.
But Soundtrack is like a brother to me.
Okay.
So that was who I did my first song with, and then I did like this really janky mixtape. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, after that, you know, I just continued to do music. So I would say officially been doing music for about 12 years.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maurice Stretch is in the building. What's up,
Hey,
Stretch?
Stretches.
Hey,
What's up?
How you doing?
And shout out to him. Tiff said, hey, y'all.
Hey.
She said, yes, I'm excited for y'all. Can't wait for the event.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait.
Yes,
It's
Tiff.
going down.
Yes, June 23rd.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so then you tell me how long you've been in the music business.
Well, it dates back to like high school more so. I want to say it started off as like DJing the parties.
Okay.
You know, and one of the ways which developed into me doing more, like I ended up linking up with Shaq, did a house party for Shaq the God.
Shout out
to Shaq from
Big bro.
When he on the Boy Lowe's Crazy Show, Crazy Ryan Show. Yeah. T-shots.
Exactly.
That's T-shots.
Okay.
So it started off, you know, Shaq kind of like connected us, which developed into Newgrounds. I was the one that was just sitting up there recording at first, watching them, and they made me want to rap. So, you know, I started off, and it kind of took off from there. You know, it's just been a overall progression, you know, for us all since then. And you know, I know me and Jay was moving around, we was doing shows, and everybody just kind of like, it was almost, I don't want to say a hiatus because we've always been creating, but we all kind of like just found like different paths in a sense, you know, merged off to like come back and meet up again. But it's like we've all like developed ourselves, which has made everything like stronger as a unit, you know. And
Shaq also is going to be a host at the event as well.
Shaq.
Shout out to Shaq. Shaq is doing big things in the city though, for real.
He is. He's always been. That's one thing about Shaq though. Like, he's always just been like that one that just shines. Like, everybody knows Shaq. Everywhere you go, it's like, no matter where it is, Shaq. I'll be like.
But you know, he got that one voice. We be like Biggie Smalls. Yeah, Shaq is very funny though. He be cracking me up.
Just naturally charismatic.
When y'all get y'all skits together, y'all know y'all gotta use him.
Absolutely. They did a parody of Friday for the song. Yes, for the song called Dope. It's D-Lad, Jay, and Skit, right? And Shaq is playing Debo in the video. So y'all gotta check that out.
Y'all gotta share that on Tea Time so we can get that
out. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's funny.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Yeah.
So with all the different artists that you all have, and I know you're more of a singer, you're a producer and a rapper. So what type of genre do you have individually?
Oh, okay.
Because I know y'all probably do like different type of music.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, what would you classify yourself in?
You know, it's a level of, I guess, you know, you were saying it the other day, it's like alternative / experimental, because it's a lot of it. I don't really want it to be defined because I don't want to be in a box. It's just, you know, like music, and you know, that's just what it is. I just be putting out vibes, you know.
But see, I like that you said experimental. Cause you know, I ain't never heard nobody call it experimental. You know what? That's what's up, because then you're not put in a box. You know, nobody can say, well, you just do one music and then you stepped out and did something different. Like, what is this person doing? Like, that's not the type of music they're doing. No, this is experimental. We can do whatever we want to do.
Exactly.
You know?
Now, what you just said is the key thing with us is just, you know, we allow everyone else to define what they hear, what they interpret, but we're not going to put a label on ourselves.
That's another vision.
Yeah.
Another vision production, y'all.
Yeah.
So how long, I'm sorry, who would be your biggest musical influence?
My biggest musical influence, everybody knows I absolutely adore Lauryn Hill. I think she is incredible in every way.
But you got her vibe though.
Thank you. That is such a compliment. You know, I'm gonna take that energy.
Yeah.
You know, but I love her. I love Brandy and I love Beyonce. A lot of people are always surprised and shocked when I say that, but I do, and I really respect her work ethic. She's worked so hard and she's been at it since she was 9 years old. And it's like people sit up there and they make comments about it, and I think she's awesome. I think Lauryn Hill's amazing. She, you know, can play piano, and she's a hell of a writer and a producer. And, you know, it's just the people I look up to, like Brandy too, I just feel like their work ethic helped develop their gifts.
Right.
So you have to have both. What is it? Faith without works is dead. So you have to, you know, you have the dream, you have the work ethic, and then you have the gift. And with those three, you're going to make it at some point. So those are my girls.
So I got some controversial questions, you know, because Beyonce was one of my questions if you were a Beyonce fan. So I know that you are. I know that you are. So, I seen they had like a Church of Beyonce in LA. I don't know. Have you seen it?
I saw that.
So tell me, what you think about that? Because let me just say, from what I understand, Beyonce has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
So just so that no one is confused and think that she started a church for herself. But what are your opinions about that?
My opinions is, you know, fans, they gonna express themselves how they gonna express themselves. I mean, some people, they really do worship her. They just created a place to do it. I wouldn't want that.
Right.
And I can't say that Beyonce probably wants that because she probably doesn't want the attention that's coming with it. But I'm not gonna knock anybody for going to extremes to express themselves, because if that's what they feel like they gotta do, great. It's not something that I would personally do, you know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like buying concert tickets and, you know, streaming the music and supporting that artist is enough. But some people feel like, hey, I want to do a lot more. So to each his own is really where I stand with that.
Maurice made a comment. Stretch, he says, I would love to get all the singing talent from the towns, Lake County, for a nice event with 1 or 2 commercially known artists. What's up?
I'm with it. You know, any opportunity right now, you know, I want people to catch my vibe and to hear what I have to say. And I'm a writer first. I always say that. So I'm with it.
So do you write for other people?
I haven't had the pleasure yet. I started writing a song for Rabina. I don't know if you know who that is. She's a beautiful plus size model from the area. I started writing a song for her, but I haven't had the pleasure of writing for anyone yet.
Okay, so Stretch,
I would love to.
Tell him how does he know how to get in contact with you all?
Oh, Facebook. I believe he's Facebook friends with both of us.
Okay. Reach out to us. Holla at us.
Yeah, we know who you are, man.
Yeah, everything be going down the stretches.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Stretch. You know,
hey.
he is located at the Ramada Inn. He does like game nights, and I think that's really dope. He has like the supersized games and stuff. So unfortunately, cool. You know, because I have a son, it's hard for me to get out there. But I think that's really cool. It's something different that he does for the adults. So if you haven't been there, and their hot wings are flame. So, but we're gonna get back to you. But I still got some more questions. So, you know, with any artist, especially when they come out young, there's evolution that takes place, right? And so, when you see Beyonce when she came out with Destiny's Child, and then to see her as a mother and as a wife, now of course her music has changed. But then you have some people who make a lot of comments about how raunchy her music is, how raunchy her style is, and then comment was just brought to me yesterday about her. I didn't see it, but her sitting on the bed with Jay-Z. She had some pictures of her twins, and then I guess she had on a thong with her butt out. And so some people, and then I guess she had like a leotard on a couple shows with her legs open, and so people made comments about that. But as an artist, we understand that, you know, you have to be different. You have to put on a show. So my question to you is, you know, what are your thoughts about her transition, and is that something that you would see yourself doing, or is that a little bit too much for you, but that's okay for her?
I feel like it goes back into that realm of what I was saying about self-expression, right? Some people feel that they have to express themselves in different ways. My opinion of Beyonce expressing herself in a sexual way is she's a married woman. She has a husband. If anything, he would have, to me, the most valid opinion about what she does and doesn't do on stage and picture-wise. So I feel like everybody else's comments about it is irrelevant. I feel she's a beautiful woman, so of course she's gonna show off her figure. Most women, if we had figures like Beyonce's, we would probably be a little different. I'm just saying, if we had her body, I can't say what I would and wouldn't do if I looked like that. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously. I feel that she's a beautiful woman, she's a talented woman, and there are much worse things out there that we need to be concerned about than what Beyonce is wearing and not wearing when she's a married woman, and most of her shows are with her husband.
So do you all kind of like collaborate as far as like your attire when you go out? You know, would you, like, you wouldn't wear anything that, or do anything that he didn't approve of?
I respect him. You know, it's less about him telling me what I can and can't do, and more about me caring enough about how it would make him feel if I did it. So
that's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, it makes the vision work too.
Another Vision production. Shout out. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for him. So there's a lot of things that I just wouldn't do out of respect for him and for myself.
That's what's up. I like that.
It's just certain things that I'm not comfortable with, and that's what's my determining factor. I really don't care what other people think. I've had my moment where I was younger. I was about between 20 and 25, where I was into the video vixen thing, and I like I had that moment, and that's not who I am. And that's how a lot of people would prefer to see me, you know, and then there are people who prefer to see me like this, but I don't care. Yeah. Just love my spirit, love my soul, and, you know, he does. So
but that's the best thing, when you have your own confidence, that you don't have to conform to anybody else's ways, and then you have enough respect to not put him in certain positions to where he has to say something that maybe, you know, could cause a risk, but you respect him enough, but he also understands that you're an individual and you're a performer. So that's good. You know, I like the way you guys balance each other in your work. So Maurice Stretch says, come and sit down. For real, let's do it. So he's serious about this. All right. So go ahead and hit them up, Stretch, and make sure you contact them so y'all can have y'all sit down. Okay? So then my last question is for you. Like I said, it's a controversial. I went to Lauryn Hill concert. She was at what was that? Ravinia last year, I think it was, and she was like, I love Lauryn Hill, and to me, no matter what happened, I'm still gonna support her, but I think she turned a lot of people off because she was so late, and she has a history of being late to her performances. A lot of people were not happy with the performance that she gave. It was very short. We were there, I think, maybe like 2 hours before she even showed up. And so it was such a big talk. And I was upset about it. But at the same time, I love Lauryn Hill. And her music is dope. And I think she's very, very different as an artist. And she separates herself from a lot of different artists. So for you, if you were in that situation where you came to see her and you pay your money if you had to pay, and then she didn't show up for long, and then she kind of gave a bogus performance, but knowing her musical history, would that affect you as a fan?
I'm always going to be a fan of her. I would be disappointed like any person would, because there's expectations that have been set. But as far as no longer being a fan, that just wouldn't happen. I mean, the talent and the gift is still there. The album is still there. The music is still there. But I understand some people being upset enough where they're like, I'm not going to purchase another concert ticket. I get it. I understand. But I definitely feel like that doesn't negate from the fact that she's an incredible artist. And that her music is amazing. And I'll never stop being a fan of Lauryn Hill, even if she's 2 days late to a show. I love Lauryn Hill. I probably wouldn't buy another ticket per se, because I wouldn't want to risk that. You know, people's time is precious. And who knows what her circumstances were, what may be going on with her personally. But you know, and we got to always keep that type of stuff in mind too. But most people, and I get it, you work very hard for your money. You know, there are other things that you could spend your time on. You don't want to wait 2 hours to see someone that you thought was going to be there at 7. I get it.
But I had family there, so we was good.
So y'all was chilling.
I mean, it's Virginia, so you gonna be outside anyway. You know, you have your little wine and you have your little picnic and everything.
I feel like we dehumanize celebrities, and we don't.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, we don't look at them as, you know, having things going on or something personal maybe happening. You know, we just, 2 celebrities just ended their lives, unfortunately. Regardless of what people think the conspiracy theories are and all of that, they ended their lives. And I think
Spade and Anthony Bourdain.
Yes, Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain. And I feel like we forget that they have these pressures that everyday folks don't have. And we kind of have to keep that in mind when they make mistakes. So, you know, I take that as her making a mistake. She's made it multiple times. I don't know. I still love her. I'm still going to come see you. I'm still going to try and meet you, Lauryn Hill.
And you know what, that kind of like our conversation that we had that one time, I was like, you know, I would never, you know, I understand like celebrity life is different from, you know, normal life, but at the same time, like I would never want to be in a position where people's like, oh my gosh, you know, because then you have certain pressures that come with that. And even though, you know, you have this talent and you have this gift, people will automatically put you on a pedestal and they put you on a certain platform, and you have to be a role model for people. Even though you just want to share your gift, you don't always want to be a role model, and you don't don't always want your personal life to be involved in, you know, like the public eye, but it's just something that happens with it, and they feel like, well, because they're a celebrity, but no, celebrities need their personal life too. You know, and that's why I say, you know, everybody's not going to be my friend, you know, and I mean, I'm very picky about certain things that I share just because that's me personally and who I am. And I could never, you know, see myself as like, I wouldn't want nobody like passing out like Michael Jackson's, you know, it's kind of, people pass out.
That's a lot.
You know, I mean, and it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, people are on, you know, they have different platforms and they make different amounts of money, but they're still human. And then when you put them on that, once they do something wrong, then it's like, oh my gosh, did you see this? Did you see this? The media goes crazy, but then they have to deal with those negative comments. They have to deal with the rejection because now you don't want to follow them. You know, and it is a lot that we put on celebrities, and I think it's unfair. I truly do think it's unfair at times.
It is. We attack and demonize them for making mistakes when we make mistakes every day.
Every day. Ours is just not highlighted. And some of us make way more mistakes, okay?
I always say, you know, it's easy to judge somebody's skeletons that you can't see because yours are still hidden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like,
I like that phrase.
You know what I mean? It's like,
it's real talk though.
Everybody has done something they're not proud of. There was just nobody putting a spotlight on your mistake. So we really have to think about that when we judge people for making mistakes. And
I agree.
Yeah. Just worry about what's cooking in your kitchen, baby.
I heard that.
So, Skit, who is your biggest musical influence?
Oh my God, it's kind of hard to say who has the, you know, who really has like the biggest impact. I feel like they all like equally. It's so many of them like across the board because, you know, it just isn't rap. You know, I was listening to cats like Earth, Wind and Fire, Slave, Kool and the Gang, Marvin Gaye. You know, cats like that, from Snoop Dogg to producers like, you know, Pharrell and the Neptunes, Kanye West.
Pharrell is dope though. For real.
I mean, he's still working to today. Like even, you know, it's on all levels. You know, so it's like those are the people that I see because they Timbaland. You know, like those producers. You know, like Swiss Beats, all those guys. Like you just see they all had like that sound. As well as Dr. Dre. Shout out to Dr. Dre.
Shout out to Dr.
Dre.
Yeah, you know, but you know, cats like that, you know, have all had some sort of, you know, impact on me, you know, along the way, you know, from the childhood, you know, to now, you know, it's just, you know, I've been surrounded by that, you know, going on the long trips down south, you know, Pops playing all the tunes and whatnot that he was listening to when he was coming up, so I was exposed to that good music, you know, so that's why you may hear in some of my tracks, like from 1 minute I may have a funk groove, the next one, hey, it's turned up in the club, hey,
But you know what, that's good because like even me, like, you know, I grew up on all different type of music because my mom's side listened to one type of music, then my dad's side listened to another type of music, and so I love music. And my granddad was like a jazz fanatic, like you couldn't tell him nothing, and I mean you could not tell him nothing. Like my granddad was very blunt, but he was like, his whole life was like jazz, you know, and so like my son, he plays the saxophone. He plays the alto saxophone.
That's dope.
He started off playing the bass guitar, but music is like all in us. You know, my aunt, she's a DJ. One of my cousins plays the piano, and so everything is like music, and I love music. Music is like therapy to me. You know what I mean? And so I just feel like with music, it takes you to a different level. You know what I mean? Like it was healing for me. Like I was depressed. And this is the only time I've ever been depressed, when I went to college. I went away because I was never away from my mom. And so I went away and I was just like, oh my gosh. You know, I was 16 when I graduated.
Oh, and you were young too.
Yeah, I was young and I was like never away from my mom. I was like super attached to her. And so my friends, my roommates were my friends from home. And they made friends with everybody. I went to school at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Why? So when I was leaving school, they were going to school. Everybody was going to school. So I never made those type of friends. And so when they would have friends over, I would be locked in my room. And they would be outside, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I go in my room, I listen to music, I chop my hair off. But I will say, Jay-Z, The Blueprint, helped me through my first year of college. I'm telling you, if it was not I would not have made it.
Hey, I'm sure you happy to hear that, man.
Yeah. Classics right there, though.
Yeah, so music is very dope. And then, like, with all the different genres of music that I listen to and I grew up on, I still listen to those. And, I mean, to be honest, I like that music better than a lot of the music today. But some of the music that I still really like. But my son, he knows like all the old school music.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Because he listens. I feel like, what you doing singing this song?
He was here before.
Right. I'm like, what?
Yeah. That's real dope.
So who in the town have you all collaborated with? Or anybody outside of town, just in general? Like some of your collaborations.
Wow, I mean,
a lot of people.
Well,
the most important ones.
I mean, besides the people on the you know, on the actual like label. I mean, we work with like, you know, Quarter Key, Matic from Fatal Foe.
Shout out to Matic. Yeah. That's big bro right there.
Yeah. Wow. Sparkle Motion. She's from the town. Another talented singer. Sada Sexy. Crucial, who he has an upcoming project coming up, King Crucial, which is
Keisha Too Cold.
Oh yeah, back in the day, when we was at Lab 32. I mean, I'm
a fan of Keisha Too Cold.
Yeah,
I've heard of her.
I like her. I like her swag.
Oh yeah, she got bars.
She
like
dope.
I tell her every time she had recorded a record called "Riding in My Buick," and like from then on, I was like sold pretty much. Like she just always had that energy that she carried with her. But
have to check her out.
It's so many artists that like I've come across. I apologize if I missed any, you know, names, but you know, because there's so many. Lake County is saturated in talent on all like ends, from, you know, the videographers to the artists, you know, that's doing the music. You know, it's just I've really been blessed. Smokey the Bandit, Suave the lyricist,
Devon.
Yeah, man, Devon Carlo, and that's, you know, he's technically from Lake County. But
that's okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Jasmine? What's up, Kermit? Thank you for tuning in. Please share this live if you are here.
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, I've come across so many just talented artists. You know,
Kyle.
God.
Who Kyle? No, Kyle is the guitar player from
Urban Soul.
Oh, dude, he is
he's
dope.
Amazing.
I really like him.
And he's collaborated with him. He played the guitar on Conghetto, on my song Conghetto. Yes.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
He is dope.
Yeah.
He's dope.
And that's one thing too, you know, we've been working on, is just really collabing with a lot of the musicians
from
around the way as well. Step.
Stepchild.
We've definitely done a couple records, you know, that it's just a matter of time when we release them and whatnot. We got so much music like backed up. It's all about timing, you know, and you know, preparation. And it's just, I can't wait. I can't wait for the people to hear it, you know, because we got so much just like good content, you know.
Yeah.
Another saxophone player, I know you say your son plays saxophone. I was blessed to come across, his name is Sam Fullerton.
Okay.
I got him on the record. He's from Chicago.
Okay.
And I know he had came up and I got him on the record, and it's actually like jazz pretty much, and that's why I say where I'm so across the board with things, you know. It's just an instrumental track that we collabed on the production, and it's just amazing. I just can't wait for it to touch everybody's eardrums, you know.
Yeah, and you know what, one of my favorite bands in this area was the Greg Rockingham band. I don't know if you all know him. His brother is Leon Rockingham, the mayor of Chicago. Their band is older, but they are really good. Yeah,
I think I know exactly.
They used to play at the golf course on Sundays. I used to go with my family, like my mom, my uncles. But I love old school music. So, but I heard that they are not really playing, kind of like retired. But my mom and them went to their last show, so hopefully they'll come out. Look, I got fans. You got young fans. So, if you had your choice, who would you collab with that you have not collabed with, whether they're local or celebrity? Because, you know, some of the local people are very dope too. Yeah. So who would you choose to collab with if you had the opportunity? I'm
gonna drop a couple names and I'm gonna just say it locally. I would say Trap Sinatra. Okay. Because I'm trying to think of cats that I haven't done anything with as of late. I want to do, actually, because we've recorded with Keisha Too Cold, but I don't remember.
I didn't get a chance to work with her. I would like to work with you. I got a song already. Okay.
I haven't been yet to actually.
She ready for y'all.
Yeah, I haven't really done any production, but that's someone that I definitely want to work with. Man, God, it's so hard to like say. It really is. Yeah, I'm just thinking from the town. You know what I mean?
I know mine from the town and celebrity.
Yeah. Oh.
She didn't thought about that. She knows.
So let me say them. Let me say them two. Let me say those two right now.
Okay.
But on the celebrity end of things, I want to say Devin the Dude, Pharrell, Snoop, and yeah.
Snoop? Okay,
yeah, I got 4.
Yeah, Kanye is dope though. I mean, I know a lot of people have their comments about him, but I'm a Kanye fan. I think Kanye is dope. I think he's a genius. Even personally, I really do. That's my opinion.
Yeah. He's incredibly talented. I feel like once again it goes into, you know, we're in an age of technology and social media, so you can't hide certain things anymore.
Right.
Certain PR people can't clean up everything you say and do.
Right.
And unfortunately, you know, what you say and do, you have to be accountable for, and he now has to deal with the backlash of his opinions. It doesn't take away from his talent and his gifts. So aside from his personality or whatever he's going through right now, he's an amazing artist, and he's incredibly talented, and nobody can take that away from him.
So let me ask you, Skit. I'm not sure if you are familiar. I think his name was Rhapsody. Him and his wife and Kanye, they founded Donda's House. And
talking about
oh, you talking about Rhyme Fest?
Rhyme Fest. I'm sorry, I said Rhapsody. But yeah, Rhyme Fest. And so they changed the name, or they're going to change the name from Donda's House to something else. And they said the mission and the vision is going to be the same, but they said that Kanye hasn't pretty much been a part of it, and they've only talked maybe like a few times within the last 2 years. And so that he's not really like working with the city of Chicago as far as, you know, the organization, and they founded it together, and it's named after Kanye's mom.
Right.
So my question is, what is your opinion about that? Do you think that it had anything to do with some of the backlash that Kanye is receiving, you know, because of the comments that he made about slavery, or do you think that it's solely based on the fact that he's not been present? And what are your thoughts about them changing the name because of Kanye, even though it was named after his mom, who was really she was a part of the Chicago public school system?
I'd like to say probably like the changing of the name is more so like a slap in the face. I feel like on the business end of things, like, you know, like we're saying with social media, it's sad that this actually had to come out to the public, because this is supposed to be a good thing. You know what I mean? They don't need to, like, it's some things that just needs to go unspoken sometimes. You know, like if there were differences, maybe just start another organization. And if that was to be there, or if it went stagnant because of one individual that may not have been, you know, I'm just saying, start a new organization. Well, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of like
they changed the name because of Kim Kardashian's comments.
Yeah, they said she made some comments.
She
what
said
was
some
the comments
very.
That she made?
Well, she started attacking Rhyme Fest and his wardrobe and just stuff that didn't even coincide with the cause. That was the first problem. The second problem was she was saying that, you know, she was gonna have her kids run it the way it should be ran, and kind of said some things about him disgracing Kanye's mother's name. Well, here's the thing though. He actually knew her mother. I mean, he actually knew his mother. She didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like certain things she was saying was coming from a place of ignorance. And the organization decided to change the name because they didn't want to deal with any issues or any back and forth between that camp and this camp. So
yeah, but more so about any comments coming out. Like
I don't think it should have been done on social media.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
And I think that even with Kim Kardashian, a lot of times like they get more backlash just because he's with Kim Kardashian because of people's viewpoints of her, and even what's her name? I mean, I don't know. I'm just really into respect of people. And I know everybody has their own opinions, but Issa Rae, you know, she made a comment about Kanye right in front of Kim Kardashian, you know, publicly on television. And it's just like, you know, that's his wife, no matter what. And I mean, some things can be disrespectful, but at the same time, everybody has freedom of speech. So it kind of just makes things a little bit messier, especially like when you do things publicly. I think if you have a problem with someone in that type of celebrity status, like, you should be able to contact them instead of just like, you know, kind of destroy them, especially in front of their spouses, because regardless whether my husband is right or wrong, you're not finna just in public just kind of just like disgrace him, you know, like that's not finna go down.
Yeah, that's never been my style. It's a lot of things like if there's some sort of discrepancy, let's take this off to the side and, you know, handle things like it probably should be, you know.
Yeah, I got a bad habit of just responding.
Okay.
That's why he said that. Hey, my style. Listen, my thing is I'll never disrespect a person, but I have no problem expressing my opinion, and I do think it's a fine line,
right?
You know, because a lot of it has to do with how that person may feel. Making comments about somebody's significant other or spouse right in front of their face and showing them complete disregard is disrespectful, no matter who it is, right? But I feel like the issues with Kim Kardashian are very deep rooted. You know what I'm saying? Especially within the Black community. And so I don't know. I just that it's a personal thing with her in particular, you know, and you know, with the comments that's being made and that being his wife, people are automatically going to be like, well, get your husband under control type stuff. So it's a ripple effect.
But it goes both ways, because then they're like, get your wife under control. Especially the Kardashians.
Hey, worry about what's cooking in your kitchen, y'all.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
But you know what? Shout out to Gary Terrell. He's in the
Shout out to G Nix, man.
That's somebody else that's been with him since.
Oh, so wait, Gary, right?
Yeah.
Let me find out
he's gonna be in this video that's coming out 60064.
Oh yeah, he definitely in there. 60064
Shout out to North
Chicago. North Chi-Town. Y'all ain't hear that.
No go in the building.
No.
Tiff said, Kema, what I say? Girl, I don't know what you done. I probably missed that comment. She said, no Yeezy, but Kid Cudi album is really good. You know, and that's cool. You know, everybody has their opinions. You know, I guess she's not a Yeezy fan. You know,
a lot of people ain't now.
Yeah. So, but I'm still a Kanye fan. Like Terrell said, don't say my whole D name. Gary Terrell Nixon. You know, I'll be on that. No. So quickly, tell me who you would like to collaborate with.
I want to collaborate with definitely Keisha Too Cold. I got the opportunity to collaborate with Sadaka, and that was dope. We got a song called Okay. I would like to collaborate with more females for sure. More female artists. There's a rapper out there. She's from out here. Her name's Annalicia. I think she's Latina. She raps, and I've seen a couple of her videos.
Yeah, I think I've heard of her.
Yeah, if you're watching this, I would like to collaborate with you. I know it's always weird when somebody like hits your DM and you don't know them, but it's not spam. It's me for real. But I would like to collaborate.
It's a real deal.
Because I like her message. She's actually talking about something, and you know, she seems very serious about her craft. Man, there's so many people. I had my people, and
that's what I'm saying. I went blank. It's too many.
We had too many conversations. I would like to collaborate with just more songwriters. You know, I don't think I have too many like people in particular now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I definitely want to work with Robin Thicke, but I don't know if he's still doing music.
I love Robin
but
Thicke.
his writing style just reminds me so much of mine. That, you know, or what I would like it to be. That, you know, that would just be something that would be amazing. Missy Elliott, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Missy Elliott. That's somebody I forgot to mention earlier too.
Yeah.
She is like the definition of innovation and individualism. And that's somebody I would love to collaborate with. Just on the writing side, on the singing side, on every side.
Yeah. But you can't leave out Timbaland. If you work with Missy, you gotta work with Tim.
I mean, if he working with Tim, I could work with Missy and it'll be like Missy and Timbaland all over again. Missy will show me how to produce, and then, you know, we get it cracking. But yeah,
Terrell said Missy is the GOAT.
I said that. I got attacked for that. I got attacked for that, and I really feel like people don't give her flowers, and you know, she's one of those people that, because she's not bodacious or braggadocious, right? That they don't really know how much she's contributed to hip hop and R&B. So, Yeah, I mean, definitely more female energy, you know what I'm saying? Any producers out there that, you know, kind of are in the realms of mixing genres like, you know, funk and reggae and hip hop, definitely send both of us, or me, or whatever, or him, or whatever, send us your tracks.
I need beats too, man.
Let us hear it. We definitely want to work with other people. I think that's a misconception too.
Yeah.
Because we have our own little thing going on that we don't want to work with other people in the community.
Right.
We constantly reach out to other people in the community. It's not us being funny or anything like that. We kind of got the old school approach where people just got together and did music because it was fun and we really love it. It ain't got nothing to do with clicks or none of that. Like, we really want to just work with different people, get different vibes. That's how you grow. That's how you develop, you know, and...
Yeah, I just want to interject real quick. I do just want to say, like, that's really the biggest thing, is just putting our hearts and our passion into it. You know, what we're doing isn't necessarily that's developed in a factory, so to speak, where it's cookie cutting and this is what it is, this is what we're manufacturing.
Right.
No, we're creating life, you know, and, you know, just good vibrations, you know, just put out, it's all feeling, you know, it isn't a lot of thought that goes into it, you know, it's just,
yeah, man.
What Terrell said, I don't write what I spit. It's off the top like a ball thing.
You know what?
He's so funny. Him and Shaq have to be in the skit. I'm telling you, y'all gonna make some money off of that one.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yeah, he said New Grimes reunion tour coming soon, AVP. What does AVP stand for?
Another Vision Production.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
My bad. So I know you all talked about, you know, working together and, you know, your life after your professional careers and having like a business and working together, and you kind of like, somebody's like, you need to work on blah, blah, blah. And so you all, you know, are in a relationship, right?
Right.
Okay, so tell me how it is working together and how you all met. You know, I know that you said Jay Fix was like, you need to meet him, but like, how was that meeting and how did y'all get together and working together? How do you balance that?
You want to tell the story?
I got nothing to do with that.
I feel like the people need to hear the story. So I just want to say this.
First off.
Okay.
No. Lord.
I walked into the bank. She was working at the bank at the time. Shout out to Great Lakes Credit Union. And, you know, I walked in. She was eating some shrimp jambalaya.
Can't eat at the front. Can't eat at the front desk, y'all.
Hold up.
Y'all.
She seen me walk in.
Oh, sorry.
I about had some theme music playing behind me. Yeah. Perfect time.
Y'all gotta make a movie. He's so theatrical.
So then she seen me and she started choking. So I was like, whoa! Pretty lady in distress. I hopped over the desk, gave her the Heimlich maneuver. She was like, boom. She looked up, coughed out the shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Looked at me and was just like, and from there it's been a love at first sight, and you know, it just happened.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Now, if y'all believe it.
I love that story. You know what? I don't believe it, but I think I love that story better than the real story.
I ain't even.
So that's what we gonna go
I
with.
never get a chance to tell. By the time I tell the real story, everybody's so enthused and amused by his story that they don't care what I got to say.
You choked on the shrimp I gave you the
I
Heimlich.
can't eat at the front. I couldn't eat at the front desk. First of all, the way this happened, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. And yes, it's boring. So Jay came into the bank because he had an account there and told me I should work with Mr. Skit Persa. Okay. I finally said, cool, you know what? I'm in a developmental stage. I want to create some new music. I believe I contacted you. I talked to you on the phone first.
No, she ain't talked to me.
Yes, I did. I either texted him or talked to him on the phone. And then he came into the bank and gave me a CD with some beats on it. I wrote to the beats. And then I had some studio sessions with Matic. Shout out to my big bro Matic. And that was how that happened.
Don't nobody believe that story.
We didn't. Here's the funny part. We worked on music for like 3 years before we even like started flirting with each other. And he flirted with me first.
3 years before y'all even?
Yeah, because like he was in a relationship, I was in a relationship. We were extremely just, hey, here's a beat. Oh, okay, this is a song. Okay, like we were very respectful of each other, and it got me to actually see his character. Mm-hmm. He's a really good guy, very respectful guy.
That's good.
I didn't even know I was his type.
Look at him.
Oh my God.
He flexing. He feeling himself.
But he really is. He's a really great man, and you know that allowed me to see, you know, who he really was, because we were doing music beforehand. So I don't feel like if he does work with other artists that are female that I would have an issue, because he didn't even like it was always this much of a distance, at least between us. You know, the butt.
I'm looking at G Nix's comments. He says, "I got a story." LOL. He said that story was boring, by the way.
Yeah. I know that story boring because it's the truth. Anywho,
y'all got too many stories. How did y'all really be? Let me come up with a story.
Exactly. But no, I mean, we started dating like 3 years later. The way that happened was he swore I always would lose my CDs on purpose just so I could get another one.
I lost my CD, Skit. I need another beat CDs.
So this particular time, he asked me to sing some background vocals on his song "Can't Find a Weed Man," and I came over there, and as I was leaving, I asked him what size shoe he wore, and then we've been dating after.
Damn!
I just wanted to know
what size shoe he wore.
He got his feet. His feet big.
We gonna leave that right there.
His feet are big. I was just curious. It was a curiosity question.
Look, he ain't got nothing to say.
I mentioned us having a what was it with the kids? A play date first.
Yeah, we definitely.
So wait, so you started flirting first?
No, he flirted with me.
The truth come out.
When you
he flirted with me
when
first.
you asked him about his shoe size and let's do a play date,
no, he was always like telling me I was beautiful and stuff like that. You was flirting with me first.
I used to say things like she had a great voice.
No, he definitely complimented my looks a lot more at that time. You had never mentioned how I was looking before that.
But you know what? Y'all eased into it.
Yeah.
And y'all got to see each other's personality and fill each other out before, and you all have like a foundation of friendship before anything.
Exactly.
So that's a good thing. So I imagine when you have that, it makes it a little bit easier to do business together.
It does.
But how do you all balance, like, when you have disagreements in music and, you know, living together and, you know, all of that? You all are together, so. And I'm sure you all don't always agree with the music side.
No, we don't. But because of how we feel about each other, we try and meet each other in the middle. And, you know, we have our moments where it's like, I'm going upstairs. Well, I'm going downstairs, you know. But we always agree not to ever walk out on each other, you know, when we upset. We've always agreed to never be disrespectful to each other, even in our anger, you know, and it's allowing each other to express how the other one feels.
Yeah. So that's what's up. I love that, you know, and I think it's really good that you all waited 3 years before y'all even started. Yeah, that is so cute.
Yeah, you know, because at the end of the day, I really respected her talents as an artist, and you know, like sometimes you hear so often about things go sideways because these two people had chemistry on set or doing whatever, and then they started dealing with each other, and then it just all goes to the wayside.
Yeah, because you don't get a chance to know the person, know their character. You know, you're attracted to the chemistry and the physicalness that happens right away. You know, so you gotta take your time. But when she saw that shoe size, you know, you know, it was time to get together.
Listen, I just thought I would ask, you know, in case I saw a sale or something.
You know,
I was just wondering.
So,
that dude.
Terrell said he raised him right, and he was like, bro was in love at first sight. Tell the truth before I go live. He gonna go live if you don't tell the truth.
Yeah. We out here speaking in these streets.
Hey, no, we made it official at J Nix's birthday. J Nix, oh my God. G Nix, don't beat me up. We made it official at your birthday party.
Okay.
Cause I was like, what are we doing? And he was like, you my woman. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we've been together.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So let's kind of just go a little bit fast forward past the relationship part. You know, I know you have artists on your label.
Right.
So what can we expect from your artists?
Everybody has a project out. We still have to release Thug Bristles.
We still got Thug Bristles, as well as like Lad has a project out, The Price of Passion. But what we also like, what we're working on right now is getting this EP together. We got a lot of work, and it's more so that we have a lot of stuff recorded, just a matter of just getting it out there and packaging, like the sound of, you know, like AVP, like original, because the Price of Passion, it actually has some records that D-Lab produced. He gets down on the beats too, and then we got some industry instrumentals, but that's
So is this EP a collaboration with all your artists, or is this like individual EPs?
Yeah, it's just been individual EPs. Jonelle released Conghetto, J Fix released the Fix tape, then Lad and Royal got theirs on the way that we about to drop and get out here, as well as Mom.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it that we can expect from AVP? Hey. In the future, what are your plans and your goals?
Our plans and goals is to expand the brand, definitely collaborate with other artists, as we discussed earlier, and to make things more official on the business side, because that has to be in order so that we can profit off of our gifts and talents. This is what we want to do full time as a job, but that requires so much work, so much energy, and it requires a lot of money. Don't be mistaken, you know, y'all, it takes money.
Yeah.
So it takes time, you know, and
so support.
Please
buy
support
their music.
Buy the music, come out, you know, and just show us love. Even if you can't afford to buy something, share what we put out. Give us your real opinions. If you feel like it's not that great of an opinion, inbox us. We can take the, you know, constructive criticism. Let us know how you feeling, what you feeling, what you not feeling. All of that helps. But that's what we're doing right now. We have an event coming up.
Okay.
So
tell us about the event that you all have coming up.
You want to talk about it?
I mean, we could both kind of, you know what I'm saying, just elaborate on it. You know, the event was really a blessing in itself, because I know Jonelle had reached out, because we were originally doing the event, and, you know, Jonelle kind of came with the idea, let me, you know, reach up and see if we could do, like, also, like, some, you know, some good as well. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy sometimes you be so, like, dressed in something, and then it's like, you know, she came in with that, and it was just like, yes. And, you know, we were able to link up with Love Notes, you know, which is, you know, doing some amazing things.
Shout out to Love Notes.
Yeah.
So the event is June 23rd. It's a private event, and we pretty much reached out to people that we care about, that have shown us support, or have the same mission and agenda in mind for themselves and their own brand. And pretty much what we're going to be doing there is showcasing the artists, allowing people to see exactly what we stand for and what we're doing, and having a good time in the process. It's going to be catered. We're going to have Big Eds there. We're also going to have Love Notes in the building, as we just stated. Their mission is to make sure that they get inner city children string instruments. And that's dope, because it's so hard for people who can't afford things to really put a lot of energy and time behind their gifts. They have to pretty much use whatever they have. I could have benefited from something like that, and that was why I brought it to him, like, man, I wish we could find an organization that catered to mostly children of color and helping them to develop their skills and their gifts. And I put it out there. I said, hey, are there any organizations that's more so geared towards children of color? Drew, shout out to Drew, he reached out to me. He made it happen. Kema made it happen. We had the meeting, and we are so grateful to just be even connected with what you guys are doing, because it's really beautiful and it's really selfless. And Lee England is a dope dude too.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
No, I said it's fun too. You know, I think it was last Sunday or Sunday before last, we actually did a commercial shot downtown with students in this area, you know. So it was really fun. So it's very gratifying to work out with the community and kids and giving back. So. And going into the schools also. So, so thank you all for even considering Love Notes.
And it's one of them things where we're still developing and building ourselves, so we may not have millions of dollars yet. But
speak that into existence.
But you know, I feel like when you can, you should. And that was pretty much my whole idea, is like, man, let's not just make it about us, but let's make it about where we came from. And both of us, we don't come from the Hollywood Hills. Neither one of us were rich or had rich parents to give us everything that we wanted, and that's most people's stories from out here. So hey,
So do you all feel like you have the support of the community and the things that you all are doing?
Yeah, I mean, I want to say to a degree, I mean, people definitely, you know what I'm saying, show love. And I think one of the things to really just, you know, just really grow the support is really just doing things like this, you know, showcasing, because what we've done, like I kind of touched on earlier, was like when we kind of like, I don't want to call it a hiatus, but we had kind of like took a step back in a sense to really just develop the foundation of everything. And now this is, you know, this is just really what we're doing. We got a lot of people that's supposed to be coming out to the event, so that's why I say, I mean, it's love, because the majority of them from the town. We do have people coming out from Chicago and things of that nature, other artists.
Shout out to Concept and Tim Francis.
Oh yeah, the whole Midwest Marauders. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just everyone else that's like, you know, just coming through. You know, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, just business entrepreneurs, you know, artists in the building. So we're really just looking to create and connect, you know, develop that network, that web in a sense, you know, because that's one of the biggest things. I've always just had that dream, because we're saturated in so much, and a lot of it we're just, whether we're separated by egos or just not knowing of other, you know, things that's going on, you know, you know, we just want to bring all that under one roof.
You know, just to be perfectly honest, know where you go is your entire community going to support you. That's just the reality of the matter, right? So I think what we learned is to focus more on the people who are supporting us and less on the people who aren't, and still reach out to those people. There are people who like, oh, I ain't messing with them, y'all stuff is weird, it's not that good, it's this and that, and it's just like, instead of allowing that to deter us, we use it as motivation, and we still show love to even those people. So it's like, of course we got people who don't support us, but we got people who do, and I feel like those are the people who really matter. Those are the people we need to put our energy into, and those are the people we need to get a best show that we can give to. So
that's so, well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you all on June 23rd. I'm looking forward to, you know, your label mates and all that good stuff. So just know that I will be there.
We are super excited. I mean, the fact that you guys even saw enough to say, you know, you got us on your show, you know what I'm saying? You guys vouched for us and spoke up for us. We mess with y'all. We love y'all, man. We mess with y'all too.
So, you know, we're going to get ready to wrap this up. But before we do, I have one question for Skit. Because, you know, I had some controversial questions for Jonelle. But for you, just because, like, I know how I feel. And I feel like these are really, really great artists. So my question to you is, if you had to choose, who would you choose, Tupac or Eminem? Tupac? Yeah. Okay. Like, hands down? Yeah. But do you like Eminem?
I think Eminem is a dope artist. I think, you know, he has a lot of like dope music, and even him himself is kind of like experimental, because especially some of the stuff he's doing now, like I've heard some of his latest works. I mean, they're both dope artists, you know, in totally, I feel like totally different lanes in a sense of like their sound and what they represent and stand for. So, but I mean, I rock with Pac all day just because of, you know, the history with him is so rich and just what he stood for. And,
well, I'm glad I asked you this at the end, because I didn't know which way you were going to go, and I didn't want to have to kick you off in the beginning. You know, I am a Pac fan, but I love Eminem too. I think Eminem is so dope, but like you said, they're very different. They have different lanes. And then Tupac, he has like such a background that goes with him, a story that's really deep rooted. And I think it's really important that we kind of, you know, get in tune with that story. But a lot of people like to call him fake, you know. So, you know, it's a big controversy with Pac.
And that's one thing I want to say. I just have to say this, because I've heard where they say that about Pac, about he was all over the board with 1 minute he's this, 1 minute he's that. But that's anybody. I mean, people, we change. I mean, we go through phases. You know, 1 minute we may stand strongly on this, and then we're exposed to something, and it changes that mentality of things. And people don't like to see that. And that's one of the reasons, even with my name, which is why, like, I call myself schizophrenic personalities. It's not that I'm crazy.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I had to tell her after I got on the show that. But no, on a serious note, it's only because, like, you know, I feel like even my music, you know, it's not just like one emotion. Like you got these artists that for them to be deemed real or whatever, every track got to be a gangster record, right. You know, or something like that, or whatever. Yeah. Like they're pushing like their front, you know, that image. I'm just me. I don't feel like I have an image. It's just more so by perception. Everybody may perceive me to be something different, and that's just that. I take that for what it is and I embrace it.
But that goes back to the type of style you said. I can't remember the term you used.
Experimental.
Yeah, experimental music, you know. And I think it's really good because when you're experimental, you are not defined to a certain thing.
Exactly.
And that's kind of like what happened with Tupac because they were so used to him being like gangster music. Yeah. And he had to live a certain lifestyle, you know. But a lot of people didn't study him and his history and his mom and, you know, the Black Panther movement and all of that stuff. And, you know, his stepdad. And, you know, people don't go into that. So they pretty much like, well, he this, he that, you know. So I just had to make sure, you know, you were a Tupac fan before I kicked you out. I was like, let me ask him at the end. You know, so, but you know what? I think it was great talking to you all. And, you know, I know you all have to go. Yeah. So I appreciate you all coming in. It was such a great time talking to you all. I really, really enjoyed you all. And I'm looking forward to June 23rd. Woo! My cousin called me today. She invited me to something. I was like, girl, I got something to do.
Hey, that's real love right there. I love it.
I was like, I'll see you afterwards. Right. But you know what? Before we end, I just want to say, I'm not sure if you all are aware, on June 23rd, I think it's before you all's event, there's also Larry Chapman. He's being given the key to the city. Okay. Oh, yeah, and for those who don't know him, he's kind of like Dr. Dre's right-hand man. And from what I understand, he's kind of like the person behind the Beats headphones. He's from Waukegan. His daughter and I were friends growing up. So for those who don't know, there will be an event. You know, I heard, you know, names dropped about who will be here, but I'm not sure.
To our joint.
Well, I think there's
it's in the morning.
Yeah, it's earlier. So you know.
No, I mean come to our joint after that.
Yeah, because we have to be at both.
Right,
Love Nights will be at both. Right. So,
and y'all, you know, they like, hey, so what are you guys up to? Oh, we're going to AVP Experience.
Right, because I heard there's like an after party at Genesee Theater, and then I think somewhere else. But we're going to be with y'all. Okay. So we're going to be there live in effect. So if that's something, if you all are free, I know it might be a busy day for you, but you can come out if you can. But
definitely have to pop up. Sure. I think I was planning because one of the homies that hollered at me and told me about it. I ain't gonna drop no name, but yeah.
All right. Well, it was good chatting with you all. Tell everybody where they can find your website, where they can follow you all on social media, and if they need to get at you, you know, whatever, you plug yourselves, you know, whatever it is, this is the time, okay?
Okay.
AnotherVisionProductions.com. Okay. Skit P, Skit Persa, Facebook. You can catch me. Skit Persa on Instagram. I want to say Skit Persa on Snapchat. Holla.
I don't use Snapchat. But it is AnotherVisionProductions.com. Jonelle Glori on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play. The EP is entitled Conghetto. You guys can find my music there. If you want to book us, you can contact us on Facebook. You can contact us on Instagram. Same thing, Jonelle Glori. That's spelled JONELLEGLORI.
All right. And before we get out of here, Terrell made one more comment. He said, "Hey, going grocery shopping. Love y'all. Kema, I'll be home for dinner, baby."
Oh my God.
He's so crazy. And he said Lil Wayne is the GOAT. See, this is why we cannot get along.
Lil Wayne is the GOAT.
He can't come back over here. He's got kicked out. But again, thank you all for tuning in. If you are watching this later, please share this live. If you are watching this now, please share this live. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been wonderful chilling here with Glori and Skit P from Another Vision Productions. If you are not following them, please follow them. Please check out their website. Make sure y'all stay in tune so y'all can check out their events. Yes. They have one coming up June 23rd. I'm not sure if that's open to the public or not, but
yeah, it's more so public. We definitely gonna be at Juneteenth.
Yes. Oh, Juneteenth.
We are having that Juneteenth.
Shout out to Juneteenth committee. everybody that's involved. That will be next Saturday from 12 to 6 at Bowen Park in Waukegan, Illinois. So get there. You all are performing, right?
Yes, we will be performing.
So see, if y'all have not checked them out, make sure y'all there. Y'all can see them perform live in front of everybody. So you know they out here with the community working.
Hey,
we got an exclusive record. I think we just decided on the day that we had sent over. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fresh out the studio.
All right, so thank you all for tuning in. It's been great, and we will see you all next time on Tea Time with Kema J.